I'm a jolly good fellow, I'm a jolly good fellow, I'm a jolly good fellow, that nobody can. Hey, got Amy. Notes. Since it's so important for you to spend the night before your wedding out with the boys, why don't you go right ahead and sleep with the boys too? Amy, that's not nice. Amy, yoo-hoo, my blushing bride. Come here, woman.
Some of us are trying to sleep inside.
Yeah, well, I'd like to be one of them.
Oh, really? Well, since I know how much you love being outside on cold, rainy nights, I thought maybe you'd like to sleep out there on the porch.
Yeah, but honey, it's cold out here. I'm going to freeze.
Well, I thought when you left, you said you were going to be gone 2 hours.
Well, honest, I was trying to be home earlier, but the rain wouldn't let up.
Oh, yeah, well, I know, but honey, I'm beat. I got to turn in now. Good night.
But wait, what happens if it starts to rain again?
Oh, well, it just so happens that I have this here for you.
Oh, you thought of everything. How wonderful. Oh. You know, I know that you're not really mad.
I just wish I'd known I was going to have to stay home all by myself the night before the day I was going to get married.
But you, your mom, my mom, Jackie, all your friends, that's being alone?
Oh, so now you don't like my family?
I love them.
I waited for you. I poured champagne. I lit candles.
And I'm ready to toast you.
Don't even think about it. The bubbles gave up the ghost about 9 o'clock, okay?
I'll tell you what, we're postponing the arguments till after we're married because I've got something I want to do. I want to show you a preview of things to come.
What's this all about?
Oh, well, looky here.
All right, that's my sister's.
Okay. Oh, yeah? Your sister keep her money at the register at Lacey's Market?
What are you talking about, man?
Yeah. I suppose this is your sister's, too. And this?
That's all here.
All right, read him his rights and take him downtown.
Okay, look, you got the right to remain silent. You got the right to have...
329. Come in, 329, please.
This is Castillo. The suspect has been apprehended. Orion's bringing him in. Want to fluff a pillow for him?
Will do. Listen, there's still no report on Cranston's vehicle. I thought you'd want to know. We just got a report on an emergency at the Capwell house.
What kind of emergency?
Well, it's a medical. All we know is they requested an ambulance.
I'm on my way, thanks.
Let me just get my coat and I'm ready to go.
Mary, do you think my father will live through the night?
Yes, I do.
It's been through so much already. I just wonder how long the alarm was sounding before we heard it.
Well, Mason, they'll run tests.
How long can the brain go without oxygen? Don't answer that.
It shouldn't have happened. I should have been there.
Mary, don't blame yourself. You're the one who kept him alive. You heard the alarm when I couldn't hear anything above the music. If you hadn't, I don't know.
You know, it's just that I was relying on that beeper. All the nurses did.
And when the alarm went off, you were off like a shot. You're the one who saved his life.
Mason, that beeper should have gone off when the equipment lost power.
Have you checked it?
No, but it obviously malfunctioned.
Oh, it was tampered with.
What?
I don't know.
Mason, do you mean that someone deliberately planned...
To murder my father? Well, what else can I think? The equipment didn't unplug itself. The backup system didn't shut itself down.
And you know, when I walked in, I thought I saw some...
You thought you saw what?
You're more beautiful than Bo Derek.
Oh, you're going to have to do better than that.
Prettier than Boy George.
Oh, such flattery.
Oh, and your hair. Your hair is softer than milkweed. It shines like spaghetti and olive oil.
Oh, forget about my hair. What are my eyes?
Oh, no, your eyes. Your eyes are like 2 wet snails at low tide.
Oh, how can I resist? I missed you.
I missed you too. I love you. You know what? I promise to be home every night at 11, usually.
Oh, don't bother crossing your heart.
No, I won't. You know we're going to make a wonderful Mr. and Mrs.?
Yeah. I don't know that I want to be a Mrs. Look, honey, we got to get up really early tomorrow morning, so,
yeah.
Good night.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Betty bye with you.
Oh, no, honey, your mother is in your room, which is right next to mine, and my mother's on the other side. And do you get my drift?
Yeah, I'll be as quiet as a mouse.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Here you go. Right here.
Oh, for us. How sweet.
Well, no, I thought maybe since you wanted to party like a wild and crazy bachelor, you'd want to sleep like one.
Right.
What are you doing?
Well, you see, these are my records. It's my party.
People are trying to see.
Oh, you better kiss me.
This is blackmail.
Yeah, and I really hate myself.
Oh, I bet you do.
Of you?
I love you.
Tell me, Mary.
I don't know.
Well, tell me what you think you saw, then.
I'm not sure, so I really shouldn't say anything.
Was it someone you knew? Did you recognize them?
Mason, I don't think I should talk about this right now.
It would have to be somebody who knew where his room was. Knew how the life support system worked. Who knew that we'd all be out of the house tonight.
Look, the important thing right now, I think, is for us to get to the hospital.
Mary, you're not protecting anyone, are you?
Mason.
Well, what? I mean, we're talking about my father's life, Mary. We're talking about a killer.
I know. I'm sorry. Look, I shouldn't have said anything, but if I mention anyone's name right now, it's going to sound like an accusation, and I'm just not sure enough about what I saw to do that right now.
There'll be an investigation. You were the first one in the room. The police are going to ask you what you saw.
Fine. If that happens, I'll tell them.
But not me.
Why haven't they called? I'm his wife. You know, if he's dead, I should have been notified first. Who is it?
It's Lionel, Gina.
Lionel, do you realize what time it is?
I'm sorry to wake you up so late. They told me at the house that you and Brandon were staying over here tonight.
That's right. What is it?
Gina, I think you'd better get dressed. Something terrible has happened.
Well, what is it?
It's Cece.
What happened?
I'm afraid you may be dying.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
Cruz.
wait, is Eden all right?
Yeah.
You made an emergency call for an ambulance, right?
No, it's for Cece.
What happened?
Someone went into his room and unhooked his life support system. No, wait, he's not here. He's not here. They already went to the hospital.
So he's alive?
Yes, Mary Duval was here. She heard the alarm. She got to him in time.
Thank God.
But he's in danger, Cruz.
Did anyone call the police?
No, I didn't even think of it. All I could think about was Cece.
What? So who else was in the house then?
Mary and Mason, but they've gone to the hospital.
Where was everybody else?
Gina and Brandon are staying at the hotel tonight. Kelly, I don't know, is probably with Nick. I was in the guest house with Ted.
So the only person unaccounted for is Eden. It's okay. Yeah. Here, drink this.
What is it?
It's just juice.
I was drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I still am.
Here, come on, drink up.
Is this your apartment?
Yeah.
You brought me here? Oh. Did you bring me here?
Yes.
You undressed me. Gina spilled something on me.
That's right.
I gotta call Cruz.
No, Eden, it's a little too late to be calling people right now.
Well, the party.
Look, it's long over.
And where's Cruz?
You and Cruz had an argument.
About the promotion?
You remember?
Oh, no, I just remember we didn't announce our engagement, did we?
You announced it was off.
We did. Oh, Cruz is gonna hate me.
No, I'm sure he won't.
Did we go back to my house?
Who?
You and I.
Why would we go there?
Well, why didn't you take me home?
I brought you here.
Did I want to come here?
Eden, you were a little drunk at the time.
And you undressed me?
Yes, and that's all. Hey, easy, Eden.
How long have we been here?
Just a few minutes.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I feel frightened not knowing.
I know, it's okay. How are you feeling?
I feel horrible.
Yeah. Look, I think as long as you're here, you may as well spend the night.
I can't sleep. I had that dream again.
Eden, I think you'll sleep better now.
It was horrible. It was different this time.
Eden, the more you dwell on it, the more likely you are to have another bad dream.
You know, I saw my father's eyes. I was very close this time. I was myself, but I was sort of like outside myself, you know. This time I actually did it. But I wasn't alone. You were there.
Well, I prefer that you think about me differently when you're dreaming.
Well, how long have we been here?
Well, just a few minutes. Why?
The dream went on and on. It just wasn't a few minutes. It was just a dream, right? Nothing happened to my father tonight, did it?
Eden. You don't want to be calling anybody right now.
Did I? Kirk? Did I? Did I kill him? Danny?
I imagine it'll be a while before we hear any news.
So many times I wish the worst for him. Now I just want him to get well.
Mason, how's Daddy?
We don't know yet. They just brought him in.
I just heard what happened.
Somebody tried to kill him.
My God, no. How? What happened?
They disconnected the machines.
It's not Eden. Well, how did that happen? When?
I don't think they know very much.
Well, Lionel, why wasn't I the first to be notified?
Oh, Gina, I'm sure it wasn't intentional.
Well, are you saying that there's a chance that they can save him?
I don't know.
Well, I better get back to the house. How am I going to tell Brandon?
Where is he?
He's asleep. I better wake him up.
Gina, maybe you better not wake him until tell him in the morning.
No, I'm not going to leave him here alone.
I'll stay with him. I'm his grandfather.
No, Lionel, I want him with me.
I'll tell you what, why don't I get a blanket or something? I could wrap him up and bring him in the car with us.
All right, I'll just throw some clothes on. Oh, poor Cece.
Yeah, we'll stay on it. Okay. Yeah, bye. Well, they haven't been able to find Cranston's car yet. Sophia, as far as you know, no one's seen Eden since she left the party, right? So she hasn't been back here.
That's right.
You've been here all night.
Well, no, I was in the guest house.
You weren't in this house?
No.
Until the alarm went off?
No.
So you have no way of knowing then, firsthand, who was actually here?
Mary and Mason would know. You should talk to them.
All right, I will. The first sign of trouble, when did you know something was wrong?
Ted had come down to the guest house after the party, and we heard the alarm.
All the way down there?
Yes. Well, he was leaving, and my door was open.
So Mr. C's window must have been open too then, huh?
Well, I guess so.
Well, I better go check the room.
He's dead. He's dead.
Eden, he was a very sick man. It was only a matter of time.
He's dead. I killed him. I killed him.
Look, you didn't do that. That's not what you wanted to do. It was something he had begged you to do.
I killed him. I killed him. I murdered him.
Eden, don't say that. No, I don't even want you to think that. That is not what you did. He wanted you to do what you did. He wanted it that way.
I murdered him.
It was something he wanted you to do.
I murdered him. Cruz thinks it's murder.
Well, it isn't. What you did was you just wanted to spare your father a life of pain. Eden, that was his wish.
No, it's murder. It's a crime. It is a crime and it should be. I'll be punished.
Eden, I want you to listen to me. Listen to me. You don't have to be. Do you understand that? No one knows what you did. No one knows. And no one has to know.
Honey, there are just some things that we really have to discuss.
I thought you were upstairs.
Well, I was, but I couldn't sleep, and I just got to thinking that I want you to know that I know I'm no bargain, and I was wondering what kind of things you might start expecting from me.
Expecting of you?
After we're married, you know, I mean, I know I'm not the smartest person or the prettiest, and is there some way that you are expecting me to look or act like in front of your business friends, for example?
What business friends? I don't even have a job. What are you talking about?
You'll get one.
Well, let's hope. Good night.
Honey, no. I need to know what kind of things you're going to expect from me, in front of them.
Honey, I don't expect anything of you. Just be the way you are now. No, not now. Last week.
Married people communicate on important
okay,
issues.
fine. Well, can we discuss it? Postpone the discussion till
No.
It has to be right now, this hour?
Yes, before it's too late. I mean, before, you don't want to marry someone that's going to rush into something feeling unprepared, and that's another thing. I intend to always have, I have my own career as a writer, I don't know what form it'll take or expression, but I don't want any static from you about it.
Okay, fine. I'll buy you some pencils. Anything you want.
No, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, okay, forget the pencils. A typewriter. No, better still, a word processor. And
I am
processor.
trying in a mature, responsible way to communicate with you.
Well, you sure had me fooled. Looks like you're trying to argue.
Okay, I can see having a calm, dispassionate discussion is beyond me.
Okay. All right. Let's,
No, don't condescend to me the night before I make the most important decision in my life.
Wait, before you make the decision? I thought we had the decision made.
Well, maybe you ought to think again. Good night. Think about that, okay? Fine. Yeah, that showed him. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, no. What did I do? Rick? Honey, let me in. Honey, please. It's cold out here. It's raining. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Honey, honey.
Mason, he's all right.
What does that mean?
That means he'll be the same as he was before.
Do they know if there was any damage neurologically? He did stop breathing for a while.
Well, they'll be doing a series of EEGs overnight, but they don't think there's any permanent damage from what happened.
Thank God. Mary, I'm still waiting for you to tell me who you thought you saw when we got to the room.
I didn't say I was certain I saw anybody.
Even if you think you saw someone, you owe it to my father and me to say so. Mary, you're his nurse. You were there to help him. You can't stay silent on this. Now, somebody pull the plug. Who? Who did you see? Who, Mary?
I can't say. Here's my dress.
Eden, don't
Where's
go
the
back
rest
there
of my
now.
things? Ted and Kelly will need to know.
Look, Eden, when you think about yourself for once, you've got to understand what has happened to you and decide what it is you're going to do now.
I know what to do.
Eden, sit down. You cannot make decisions like this right now. You just can't do that. You're in no shape to. You need some time. You need some rest. Maybe a drink would...
No! If I wouldn't have been drinking to begin with, none of this would have ever happened.
Eden, please stop tormenting yourself about that. You did what your father wanted you to do. You did it, and now it is done. All right, but if you did some thinking with me now, look, some clear thinking and planning, Eden, it can all end here, right now. You did what you had to do. You did what he asked you to do. Now you can get on with your life.
I don't know what you're asking me.
Eden, do you want to go to prison? Do you want to go to prison for years upon years for a crime that is not even a crime? Because that is what could happen to you, you know? Do you realize that? That is what will happen unless you listen to me.
Bruce,
It was open, all right.
Ted just called from the hospital. He just called to say that Cece is stabilized.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
They're going to monitor him the rest of the night, but that means that he's going to be all right. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Has anyone seen or heard from Eden yet?
No, I don't think so. I just tried to find Kirk's phone number. Apparently he isn't listed.
Yeah, well, maybe it's just as well. I don't think we'd want to tell her about this over the phone anyway. If she doesn't already know. Sophia, I think you should stay out of this room for the time being, just until we get the investigation done.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah, this is Inspector Castillo. I'm gonna need a forensics team at the Capwell estate right away. What, the fingerprint guys, chem tech? Yeah, the works.
Where is everybody? And where were you? What did you have to do with this, huh?
Live.
Tell him to get on the stick.
Oh, no, he's gone.
I'll get back to you.
He's gone. Cruz, he's gone.
Gina, he's all right. Mr. C is all right.
He's all right?
Yeah, he was taken to the hospital. It was a close call, but apparently he's going to be okay.
You mean he's the same as before?
Yes, at least as far as they can tell.
Oh, well, thank God.
Yeah, look, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the room right now. I can't let anyone touch anything in here until the forensics people can check it out.
Check it out for what?
Well, for prints or hair or whatever traces we can find of whoever it was who shut down the machines.
Well, what are you talking about?
Gina, somebody disconnected the machines.
Well, who? Who would do something like that?
I don't know, but that's what happened, so we're going to have to keep everybody out of here for now.
All right, I'll go.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'll go. I'll go to the hospital. Can't be. He's alive.
does it?
If I go to prison.
Why? Why doesn't it matter to you? Doesn't your life mean anything to you? Eden, it should. It's got to matter.
I lost my father. And I lost Cruz. I don't even have a life.
All right, then what about your family? Tell me, what about Ted and Kelly and your mother? Do you know what this will do to them if you have to go to prison?
They'll understand because they know that Daddy wanted me to. They know that I've suffered through this.
All right, then, Eden, if that's true, if that is true, then they are not going to want to see you punished. Don't you understand? It'll hurt them. It'll destroy your whole family in 1,000 ways. And Eden, what about Cruz? Do you know what this will do to him?
It'll kill him. And he'll hate me. Because he's never agreed with this. He saw it as a sin. A sin. And he'll never forgive me for this.
Eden, then don't tell him. Don't tell anyone. Look, no one has to know. You did your duty to your father. You did it and now it's done. But do you think he was asking you to throw your life away for him? He'd never have wanted that. He'd never have asked that from you if he thought you'd have to sacrifice the rest of your life just to do it. Eden, he loved you. He wanted everything for you. He wanted you to have your own family, a husband and children, and a full life. Now that is what he wanted for you. Eden, do you understand? Don't throw that away. What good will that do anyone? I mean, who is that going to help? You are not guilty for anything, nothing. You have no one to answer to but yourself and him. And if there are other people out there who won't understand, well, then don't tell them. No one knows what you did. No one even knows you went back to that house but me.
What did Gina tell him about Cece?
Nothing. I just wrapped him in a blanket and put him in the car and brought him over here.
It's beautiful, isn't he? So young and good.
He's our grandchild.
I'll tell you something, that's one thing I don't regret.
Where's my mommy?
Hey! Where's your mommy? Well, your mommy, I had to go to the hospital because your father, CC, isn't feeling too good. So that's where she went. She's in the hospital.
Mommy went to see him?
Yeah, your mommy went to see him. She's a little worried about him, but he's going to be fine now.
Feels better now?
Yeah, he feels better. How do you feel? You look a little sleepy. You want to go upstairs to your room?
No, thanks.
No, thanks.
What would you like?
Story.
Oh.
A story? You want a story?
Yeah.
Oh, I got about 500,000 stories. Come on, buddy. Get up here. I'm going to tell you a story.
One?
You can hear. I've got 500,000 of them. Didn't I?
500,000.
Well, let me see if I can think of one. You know, when I was younger and my children were about your age, I used to invent these little stories, and I'd think them up right on the spot. So let me see if I can think of one. I don't know. Once upon a time. Why does everybody start stories with once upon a time? You got an answer for that? No. Once upon a time, there was a little boy, and he was lost. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he was really lost. He lost his parents, he couldn't find his way home, and he was miserable. He was hungry, and he was wet and cold, and this big old policeman came and found him, and brought him down to the station, gave him a cup of hot chocolate, and he felt a little better. And then this couple came to pick him up, and he didn't quite recognize him, and he was so miserable, he started to cry, and this older dude like me kind of asked him, he says, what's the matter? And he said, I've lost my parents. So the fella gave him a big handkerchief about as big as a pillowcase, and he said, why don't you blow your nose? And the little boy blew his nose so hard it sounded like a freight train in the night. And he laughed, and everybody laughed, and he felt a little better. And then this couple took him, and they led him up a hill, and they looked over this valley. And they looked down in the valley, and there was a big house. And they said, that's your home. He said, no, that's not my home. He said, just you wait and see, partner. And they let him down inside his house, and the little boy looked around, and there were his school books, and his clothes, and even his toys. And there was a smell of cookies baking in the oven. And he kind of felt a little more at home then. And it wasn't just because of his school books and his clothes and even his toys and the cookies in the oven. It was because there was love in that house. A lot of love, see? And this couple said to him, they said, we understand being lost because we have been lost ourselves for a lot of years. See, this couple were his grandparents. And they swore that nothing would ever happen to that little boy because they loved him so. I believe this little fella is asleep.
So, you promise to behave?
I promise.
And you, promise to stop using the word communicate, at least for the rest of the week?
I promise.
And you promise to stop being nervous about tomorrow?
I promise. All right, let me in. I promise. Immature things. I never should have given up that wheelchair. I should have strapped you in and pushed over the front porch by myself.
What is your beef?
What's my beef?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't know, then I...
Well, you don't know either. Look, you're turning yourself into a basket case. Baby, you just promised me that you wouldn't be nervous about tomorrow.
Tomorrow. As far as I'm concerned, tomorrow, there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow is canceled.
Wait a second. Now, hold on. Now, you leave this room right now, and...
And what?
Well, you just leave this room, and...
Oh, drop dead.
Now, you leave. She left.
Ted, where have you been?
Right here.
Well, where are the others?
Gina, Dad's gonna be okay.
Well, where's Eden? She could be responsible for all this.
Voice down.
Well, she's been threatening to do this for weeks.
Gina, I said keep your voice down. Now, nobody knows what happened. You have to wait.
And you! This is all your fault!
Gina, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Why weren't you with Cece? Where were you, Mary? Why weren't you in his room?
Well, in the first place, if you remember, I had the night off.
Well, yes, I remember. You took over for the other nurse. Kelly told me, or Sophia, or... Well, somebody told me. Why weren't you with Cece?
I was in the study.
Why? What were you doing?
Mason was with me.
Mason was with you. Well, a crime was committed in my house tonight, and you are going to be charged as an accomplice. You and Mason.
Sophia, there's a police forensics team on the way. Will you let them in, please? And don't let anyone else enter that room until they arrive.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Cruz, where are you going?
To the hospital, talk to Mason and Mary Duvall.
Did you
find anything in there, the indication of who might have done?
No. Nothing.
Nurse Fox, Nurse Ann Fox, report to recovery. Nurse Fox, Nurse Ann Fox, report to recovery.
Hey, so, how's your father?
Stable, that's all they'll say. Eden with you?
No, she's not. I need to ask you a couple of questions. I understand you and Mary Duvall found him?
That's right. She's the one who kept him alive until the doctor got there.
Did you see anybody else in the house tonight?
Oh, well, Sophia and Ted, but they heard the alarm go off. Mary and I were already there. Why didn't you ask Mary? She thinks she saw something.
What does that mean? She saw someone?
Cruz, I'm not sure what she saw. She won't say.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe if you flash her badge, she'll tell you.
Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Last guest has gone. I can tell you're as thankful as I. Good time was had by all and a little wine. I know by that noon you got other things on your mind. And I can't resist that sign. So turn out the light and close the door. We need the night to be alone. Shut out the world, just let it spin. Why don't we make a little bit of heaven? Just talk to my heart. Ooh, say the words that I want to hear. Darling, tonight I need you near. So turn out the light and close the door. We need some time to be alone. Shut out the world, just let it spin. Maybe we'll touch a little bit of heaven.
What are you thinking about?
Nothing.
Eden, please don't cry. Sweetheart, please. You are gonna be all right. You'll be safe.
Don't. Please don't.
Okay.
Look, I know you're just trying to help.
I just want you to know that you're not alone.
Kirk, I can't lie. I can't lie to Cruz and I can't lie to my family.
Eden, if he loves you, do you really think he wants you to go to prison? Do you think your family wants you to?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to Cruz. I'm not gonna lie to my family. I can't.
Eden, anyone will do anything if they have to, and you have to. If you don't, you'll have nothing. Do you understand that? You will have nothing.
Mary, I need to ask you some questions.
All right.
When did you first know something was wrong?
I heard the alarm. I was in the study with Mason.
Don't you carry some little device that...
Oh, yes, a portable signal, a beeper, but it didn't go off. Mason believes that someone had deliberately tampered with it.
Well, I'll have that checked out. Mason says you saw something.
I don't know.
What did you see?
Cruz, I'm not sure. It was dark. The alarm was going. I wasn't thinking clearly. I wasn't seeing very clearly.
This is a police investigation of a possible attempted murder. You have an obligation to tell me what you know.
All right. When I walked in the room, I thought I saw someone leaving through the window.
Who?
Cruz, I don't know. I didn't see them clearly. I didn't see the person. Look, could you send someone to talk to me tomorrow? Because tonight I'm not feeling
Just describe what you saw.
A woman wearing a pink dress. She had blonde hair.
Did you recognize her?
Cruz, I didn't see her face clearly.
Did you recognize her?
I thought I did. I thought it was Eden.
The Brady Bunch is in half an hour's time at 3:15 here on Sky One. But first of all, it's time for more drama with the bold and the beautiful. See you soon.